Alright, in this video I'm going to attempt to cover a lot of things. There will be some toy reviews coming up at the end, but first, I haven't done this in a while. I wanted to show you some information about the Coke Rewards program in case you did not know about it. Back around the winter time, they had a really cool Amazon promo that's long since expired. I'm still keeping the video up just to raise awareness about the Coke program because it'll probably come back around next year. Currently, what they have up is if you get these Coke bottles and if you enter the codes or scan the icon, you can. This first thing here looks like it is. I don't even know. It's something about the summertime, but I stay away usually from like the rant, like you might be a winner because when was the last time you knew somebody that won? Then they've got this mobile app which I don't fool around with, and that doesn't even sound like there's anything up. It's just like you can play around with your own account. Alright, now this one's kind of cool, but expires June 4th. You can enter one code a day and you might win a $25 Amazon card. I have tried that a few times, but I have not won, and I've given up on that. You're just wasting codes, but depending on how many Coke caps you get, it might be worth trying. Then we've got you could possibly win a trip to the 2018 MLB All-Star Game. Not too interested in that, and the chances of winning once again are not great. This one, if you enter 3 codes, you get $2 off your 12-pack of Coke on Amazon.com. Is it worth it? I mean, if you're doing that already, I guess it is, but I mean, I have no problem going to the store, and I think 3 Coke caps can be better, codes can be used better. Now here's the one that's kind of interesting that I'm doing. They often do things with AMC since AMC sells Coca-Cola. If you enter 5 codes, you'll get a free large drink, which I've done. Then if you enter 7 more codes after that, you get a large popcorn, which I've also done. Then if you enter 10 more after that, you get a free movie ticket. I am 8 away from a free movie ticket. It's not as good as previous deals, but I've been waiting. I've been stockpiling my codes, and there's been nothing really interesting. So I decided to pursue this. Maybe in a month this means they'll have something really cool because they're waiting for people to use up stuff like I am right now. Now my next dilemma is, what movie will I see? I hate to say it, but I may actually wind up seeing that Han Solo movie that I actually think I should boycott, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. That's a whole other thing. Then we've got a chance at a $1,000 prepaid summer card for the, I don't know, it ends in July 1st, but good luck. If you win it, hey, let me know. Then we have if you want to donate to national parks. I mean, hey, if you want to be charitable, there you go. A chance at winning a TV, which once again, good luck. Let me know if you happen to be that person. And this one, it's like you have to show a picture of you drinking Dasani and not even looking into it any further. If you want to look into it, good luck. Be my guest. And this has to do with some Essence Festival in New Orleans. Not looking into that. And this gets you a chance at, I guess, 2 NASCAR races, it looks like. Then you've got, I did this one, Fandango Now, and you can get like a free movie rental. I've yet to use it, but I figured why not. You only get 1 shot at it. Or, I mean, you're guaranteed to get it if you do it. It's not like you won't get it. Yeah, and that's another chance to win tickets to All-Star Game. And there's a chance to win summer vacations. Shutterfly is always doing something. That's where you can like make your own family magnets and stuff like that and pictures. I'm not really interested in that. And we've got something with Family Dollar. But it's for charity. I don't think you actually get anything. Alright, and then, yeah, you can get like these 20-ounce drinks or something, and it's like, I mean, who wants to use their codes on more soda? And then there's some kind of vending pass where you have to share a gift or something. I don't know about that. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to show you is Upperdeck on their Epack website. Yesterday they had, and still going on, is the Alien sale. They call it the entertainment sale, but it's really because the only entertainment cards they sell at the moment are Clerks and Aliens, and Clerks is not on sale. But as of today, due to the Infinity War, they've also decided to put the Spider-Man Homecoming cards and Guardian Galaxy Volume 2 and Doctor Strange cards, so that whereas the Alien cards you get just 25% off the bat, the Marvel cards here are, if you buy one, you get one free. Now, the Spider-Man cards here are like $14 a pack, and the Guardians are $13 a pack. Doctor Strange is much more affordable at $4 a pack, but your chances of getting any autograph are extremely slim. If you click on the die icon here, it'll tell you the odds for everything. I'm not going to get into it, but if you have a chance, look it over. Personally, I much more recommend the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm fighting the urge to buy into it, but why should I? Because I've gotten everything I should want. And just a heads up, the autographs aren't terribly difficult to get. If you buy like packs of 6, your chances are better, although you're most likely going to get pieces of costumes that allegedly were worn, but they may have just been in the production, like they're the same fabric of the stuff worn by the characters. Now, the heads up is Star-Lord, Chris Pratt, Bradley Cooper, and Vin Diesel are not in the running for autographs. The others mostly are, and Kurt Russell's not in there too. So don't go in there, keep buying them, hoping to get Chris Pratt. You've got to get like the tangible, like you have to go to the ones that are like the hobby boxes for a chance at that. I still highly recommend it. If you do buy any, let me know. I'm always curious to hear how you do. They also have the brand new Daredevil ones, which I made a video of me opening those recently. Alright, so that's it for that. Now, let's get on to the toys. Alright, today I finally went ahead and bit the bullet on this Batman. My understanding it's Commissioner Gordon as Batman from a story that came out not too long ago. I really could have gotten this figure for about $15 at Walmart almost a year ago, but I did not want him too much, and I figured I'd see him again. Well, I was wrong. Now that I had to resort to buying him off eBay, I paid $30 for him. I'm so tired of waiting to build this King Shark, I had to do it. Shout out to Jake. He asked if I'd ever gotten around to building the shark, so now I'm like, oh, you know what? I gotta get that over with. So now that I've paid a little bit more than I should have for the figure, first heads up, I will be putting the Batman figure on eBay. I expect to see this figure showing up either at Walmart, Ollie's, Five Below, something. But alright. I mean, he's a nice looking figure, but I don't need what to me may as well be an alternate reality Batman. Alright, he's a standard Mattel DC figure. The head moves around, but it can't go up and down like the Marvel ones can. You got the ab crunch, thank God. Waist, shoulders, you got the bicep, tricep swivel thing, that's how I call it anyway. The elbow, the wrists can twist around, but they can't go forward and backward like a Marvel. We got your legs. Excuse me. And he's got these kind of like just above the knee, and then you got the knee articulation. Feet go forward and backward. It'd have been nicer if maybe above the boot you could move the foot around, but I mean, standard for DC. And if this was Marvel, I mean, if this was Hasbro, it would be a disappointment. I guess we're just thankful he's got the ab crunch, and he's got an alternate head. I assume this is Gordon unmasked. Or maybe it's Gordon's son, I don't know. DC is so crazy now with all its realities and New 52s and rebirths. I don't know what is going on with this character. And this is some kind of gun. I'm not sure if it's a real gun. And of course you got a holster, which coming from Mattel, that's big spending. Ooh, thanks Mattel. But unless you like a whole bunch of different Batmans, I mean, he looks cool, but I want classic Batman, which I have plenty of. But you need to get him to get this shark foot or leg. So let's get this over with. Here he is. Alright. And if you did not know about this figure and understandably think he's the bomb, which he is, to build him like I did, let me get you that box. You are going to need, first, for his right arm, from the figure's point of view, you're going to need the CW's version of the Flash from the Golden Age. And he's not too hard to get. Then number 2, for the lower torso and head, the head like the one I picked, you're going to need Zoom, also from the CW Flash. That one's a little difficult these days. I haven't looked, but when I sold the figure off and got my money back when these were new, I would assume he's worth even more now. 3 is the one I just got, which is this Jim Gordon Batman. And then we've got Batgirl. She's the left arm, and she could be a challenge. She's a nice looking figure. I don't particularly like the comic books she's from, but I think the figure looks really cool. Or I believe they say toyetic. Hawkman, he's pretty easy. If you spend over $12, you probably paid too much for him. He's the left leg, and Joker shouldn't be a challenge. He's the upper torso. Also, the Toys R Us, now it might be, they may have jumped up the price. They had an exclusive Damian Robin, which will have the hammerhead head version of the King Shark, which, it's debatable on whether or not I wanted that more, but I kind of like the more classic looking shark head. But anyway, just figured I'd show you that. So, this is a really cool Build-A-Figure. I made a little bit of a video about him, but he hadn't been completed. You've got a really nice detailed mouth there, and as you can see, you can open and close it. And what's cool in my opinion is before I saw this figure, and because I believe he's from the CW Flash show, but he also mixes in well as a comic book version. Now the hammerhead is how the character looks in the comics these days, but he also used to look like this back in the 80s, and whoever knows how old the character is. You got your ab crunch, which blends in really well, and you got, of course, his head can't really move much, but that's understandable. Arms, bicep, tricep swivel. You got your elbows, and his wrists can rotate, but they don't go forward or backward. Also understandable. Legs, hips, which you'll notice Jim Gordon here as Batman did not have this. I kind of was disappointed about that. Even the Mattel figures usually have that going on. Knees, and then you can also rotate just below where the hip moves up like that. Feet, and you can't twist the feet around, but he is really an amazing figure. I like him much more than most of my Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures. Oh, and of course you got one hand's the fist and one's reaching, so you can choke somebody out, presumably. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Although it's kind of a lot of weight, but he can hold the guy. Alright. Yeah, that's a cool figure. I highly recommend that. Alright, so now let's get on to the last two. It's time to work on this Sasquatch here. I just recently ordered this off Amazon for $20. She was the only one I couldn't find in store. This is X-23. She, I believe, is a cloned daughter of Wolverine. If you've seen the movie Logan, the little girl is basically based off this character. But as the 20th Century Fox X-Men universe goes, it is far from accurate from the comics. This character came along kind of after I quit reading the X-Men, but I still think she looks pretty cool. I mean, who doesn't like a female Wolverine, basically? Well, there could be some people. Alright, so you got your head, and it moves back and forth, but you even can go up and down a little bit, but the hair limits that. You got this upper torso twist. There's also a small paint defect, which is one of the hazards of ordering online, but mine luckily just came right off. Sometimes you can rub them off with some cleaner. Alright, you got your arms with the shoulder, elbow, and the wrist twists around and goes forward and backward, which is handy with a character with claws. She's got a little X-Men belt. Her waist doesn't move around at all. She's got the legs, hips, knees, ankles. Feet can go forward and backward. She's really cool looking. And despite not really caring about the character, I think I will keep her because she just looks cool. Alright, so then, man, this is easily by far my favorite figure in this wave. And just in case you didn't know, they've got red and black Deadpool as he would have appeared in his early days. And he does not come with a piece of Sasquatch from Canada's Alpha Flight. We got Cable, who comes with the left leg. Domino, who comes with the right arm. Paladin, who's by far the easiest to get, comes with the other leg. Gray and black Deadpool, I believe it's X-Force version, which would go with her X-23, I think. He comes with the head, and X-23, as we saw, comes with the torso, and Deathlock, who I also have but have not opened, comes with the left arm. So, alright. And the Sasquatch figure is the same. It's basically the same figure as the Man-Thing from the Netflix wave. Oh man, this figure is awesome. This is how Cable was appearing in the, I guess it was like the mid-90s when he was still really fresh. And it was his X-Force days. I mean, this is how I envision Cable looking. So, he's had various other looks, but this is it for me. Alright, and while I've got some of these pieces, I'm going to connect them to reduce the chance of losing them. Sasquatch, like I said, is from the pages of Marvel's Alpha Flight. It's like the Canadian Avengers. It was the earlier issues. I'm not sure how far I'd keep reading. I enjoyed at least the first year, and then I like the characters they started in X-Men. And I actually saw they have an omnibus that you can buy for $75 on eBay. It'll collect like the first 100 issues, and maybe it's not the first 100 issues, but there's 100 comics in it, and it includes the X-Men issues that they first appeared in. Wolverine's connected to them, of course. Alright, being Canadian. But that is a cool looking figure, and I will review him when I have his arms to connect him, which I have him in there somewhere, but alright. Okay, so he's got 3 accessories. You got this gun, this beast, and this nice little piece. Alright, now the detail alone is awesome with this guy. His head does everything these new Hasbro Marvel Legends figures can do. This I'll call it a bib. This thing is nice. It's there. You've got this load bearing harness, which you could take off if you wanted to. Which, yeah, for this review maybe we will. Well, nah, I'm not. He's got his ab crunch, although it's going to be limited because of his harness. You got his arms, you got his cybernetic side, the bicep tricep swivel, and you got the elbow, wrists, hands, rotates and goes forward and backward. Legs, it's pretty standard. Knees, and he even has, I can barely see it, his hips can move around like that, but they blended it in with his pouches there really well. And his boots, like someone wearing boots would understand, like his feet can go up and forward pretty well. Oh, and they can rotate. Okay, so they are more agile than or there's more articulation than I would have expected. Gosh, which weapon should I have him using? Because he does have a holster for something right here. Which it's looking like the only option is this little one. Maybe I'm messing that up. Maybe it's meant for something else. One of these other ones, but I do not see how that is possible. But as you can see, aside from the shark, Hasbro just keeps lighting into Mattel. Alright, yeah, that's pretty nice. The only... Is there a way to... Oh, and I bet... Yep. Alright, so you got this peg here. You can put... let's see. Or there's other options, too. Oh, no, I think that's if you find a backpack or something for them. But that is awesome. And I like that, yeah, you actually can have him holding all his equipment so you don't have to store it somewhere and then wonder where you put it. Or worse yet, just come flat out, we lose it. Personally, I am hoping to see more of like this late New Mutants, early X-Force era. We got Shatterstar out there. We have a version of Domino that works well enough with this era, but isn't how I'd picture her. And I would like to see Cannonball, Meltdown, or she at that point was called Boom Boom. There's Sunspot. There's so many cool ones left. Oh, and the Build-A-Figure Warlock would go well with these guys, even though technically he wasn't around by this look. Alright, thanks for watching. I know this video was long, but let me know what you thought. See ya.